The survey you are about to take will ask you how you feel about your work. The logic behind the survey is simple. How we feel determines how we function, and how we function determines whether we succeed or fail at work. How we feel about our work has more to do with our personal success than any other factor. If you do not feel good coming to work, I suggest that you do something about it. Life is short, and we spend half of it at work. Do you want to spend half of your waking life doing something you don't enjoy? According to the Gallup organization, we are in the midst of a global epidemic of disengaged employees. In their most recent survey, only 29% of employees reported caring about their work. This is a worldwide tragedy that translates into trillions of dollars in lost productivity. The Horsepower Survey is part of a system to cure this epidemic. This system consists of an advanced theory of human motivation, a survey derived from the theory, and a methodology to get the motivational horsepower to go up. The goal of this system is to create an ideal workplace where employees look forward to coming to work. This may come as a shock, but we are supposed to enjoy our work. In my book, Primal Management, I describe 5 forms of pleasure that nature built into our brains to encourage us to invent, master the survival skills of our tribe, achieve goals, and to work as a tightly bonded team. I show where these pleasures originate in the brain, which neurotransmitters regulate them, and how human beings malfunction when these natural reward systems are damaged by disease or injury. The Horsepower Survey consists of 7 pleasure pain sliders. You can drag the slider to the right, to the left, or any place in between to indicate how you feel. The first 5 questions ask whether or not you experience nature's 5 productive pleasures at work or not. The 6th question asks about stress, and the final question will ask you how rewarded you feel overall. Let's go through the questions once together so you know exactly what is being asked for. The survey is short because it's designed to be administered regularly throughout the year. The first question on the survey deals with the pleasures associated with innovation. Human beings are a technological species. If we don't get ideas and develop technologies, we are dead, extinct. Nature incorporated 2 forms of pleasure into our brains to encourage innovation: curiosity and the eureka pleasure we experience when we actually get an idea. I don't know about you, but I live for the eureka pleasure, and I'm not happy if I don't get it at work. Here is the question designed to measure innovation-related pleasures in the workplace. Did you feel trapped in your job today, or free to explore, experiment, and innovate? In other words, did you experience creative highs at work or not? The second question on the survey has to do with how competent we feel. Human beings are a skill-based creature. If we don't master the survival skills of our tribe, then we are just as dead as if we didn't eat, drink, or breathe. Nature rewards us with feelings of high self-esteem when we are skilled and punishes us with painfully low self-esteem when we are unskilled or incompetent. Here's the question designed to measure self-esteem in the workplace. Did you feel unskilled or skilled at work today? In other words, did you feel like a replaceable cog or a valued expert whose opinion matters? The third question deals with the pleasure of achievement, like the rush we experience when we hit an ace in tennis. This pleasure of a win doesn't last long, because nature's message is, do it again, achieve another goal. Here is the question designed to measure the pleasure of achievement in the workplace. Did the tasks you completed today feel like boring chores or interesting and rewarding work? In other words, did you experience uplifting wins or not? The fourth question has to do with cooperation in the workplace. Human beings are a social species. For millions of years, we have survived by hunting and gathering in small, intimate bands. An individual human being is slow, weak, and poorly armed. But a group of human beings working as a team is a force to be reckoned with. The best workplaces are characterized by strong interpersonal relationships.
Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, describes the best companies as having a warm family feel.
Here is the question designed to measure whether or not your workplace has this feel. Did you feel excluded in the workplace today or included? In other words, did you experience warm, friendly feelings or not?
The fifth question asks whether you feel secure or threatened at work. The amygdala, a grape-sized structure at the center of the brain, is the brain's threat detection system. When it detects a threat, it releases stress hormones like cortisol and norepinephrine that prepare us for battle.
Here is the question designed to assess your threat level at work. Did you feel threatened or bullied at work today, or safe and secure?
The sixth question is designed to measure your stress levels at work. Low to moderate stress levels are normal. Normal stress is exhilarating and helps us perform at our best. If we are overwhelmed by stress, however, our performance plummets and our health suffers.
The following question is designed to measure whether you experience desirable or harmful levels of stress at work. Did you feel overwhelmed and stressed at work today, or pleasantly challenged?
Here's the seventh question on the survey. It measures the emotional paycheck, which is the sum of our positive and negative experiences at work. Our brains perform this calculation automatically and provide a gut feeling as we arrive at work. Here is the question designed to measure this gut feeling. How did you feel walking into work today? In other words, did you arrive with a smile or a frown? The final question on the survey asks, what would you most like to see fixed or improved at work? Your manager has been instructed to take your improvement suggestions seriously and act on them quickly. If you don't have a suggestion at this time, then check the box that says, I currently have no suggestions for improving the workplace. I suggest that teams meet after each survey to review the scores and brainstorm on ways to improve. I call these meetings focus groups, just like the ones used in marketing. The end result will be a human-friendly workplace where people enjoy coming to work. My book, Primal Management, can be thought of as the user guide for the survey. Chapter 1 describes the Harvard 5 Drive framework, the theory behind the survey. Chapter 2 describes the survey itself. And chapters 4 to 8 contain tips for turning on the natural pleasures of work. I sincerely hope that managers and employees will both read the book, then look at each other in the eye and say, hey, this makes sense. Why don't we treat each other as Paul suggests? Turning on the natural pleasures of work not only makes common sense, it also creates a hopeful future where everybody wins. Employees win because their work becomes more intrinsically rewarding. Managers win because the company becomes more productive, profitable, and innovative. Customers win because they get better goods and services delivered with a smile. And shareholders win because they make more money. Remind me again, why don't we do this? The Horsepower Survey asks for your deep personal feelings. I assure you that the survey is completely anonymous. If you feel that the survey results are being misused in any way, I want to hear about it.